Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews.
Oh, hey, use a flamer. Dude, you can't say that kind of shit. Bish, please. Flame on. Seriously, did that just happen?
Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're taking a look at another Marvel Legends figure. It's a Walgreens exclusive. It's the Human Torch from the Fantastic Four. Now, a lot of people have been saying this thing is peg warming across the country, and I just got this in my Walgreens here in Indiana, and they only had 3 of them. So I see all these Walgreens, these people post these pictures of these things getting just peg warming everywhere. That does not happen around here, and that leads me to believe Walgreens, while they're cool at getting these exclusives, they don't do a very good job at distribution, which is unfortunate. But this guy definitely looks cool. I'm excited to get another member of the Fantastic Four, so let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. So here we have the Human Torch in package, and it's basically like the one we got with the Invisible Woman. However, now we get the Walgreens exclusive sticker that's just been put on these here recently, which I do appreciate. You know, it just, I don't know, it adds a little something to it on the packaging for me. I always like it when I see that on the exclusives. I think it's fun. It says Legend Series at the top. We get the Fantastic Four logo. It says Fantastic Four Human Torch. Side of the package has a Human Torch. It has the Human Torch. So just kind of a close-up. Yep, it's got the 4. There he is, all fiery. And then there is the Walgreens exclusive logo. Isn't that fun? And then, yeah, there's the artwork. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the back of the package. It has a Gigantor picture of the Human Torch there. Nothing else because it's not part of any wave. The Fantastic Four are an exclusive set to Walgreens, which we will get a Mr. Fantastic and a Thing figure. So that's pretty exciting. Hopefully we get both of those next year, but they may drag it out, which I wouldn't blame them. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Here's the artwork, and then here is a bio. If you want to pause and read this, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Johnny Storm out of box and see what we think. So here we have the Human Torch out of the package, and I gotta say, there are things I like about this figure and things that I don't like. Overall, I think it's a pretty decent looking figure. I wish they'd done some things differently. The sculpt itself is fine. It's the color palettes that kind of get me. And I understand what they were going with. They wanted this to look like the top of a flame. However, it just doesn't quite capture it. I think my biggest issues with it are, like many people who have talked about this figure already, is that this head, I think the head itself should have been the same color as the body. Also, I'm not a fan of the flat colors on the actual flame effects everywhere. From a distance, it looks okay, but it's, I don't know, there's a weird contrast with those paint apps and the translucent shininess to the figure, especially on the head. It's very, very shiny, and I think the entire figure should have been a shiny color, and this should have been like a translucent yellow plastic versus just painted, brushed on yellow. And really, those are the only complaints that I have. The rest of the figure is fantastic. Oh, get it? See what I did there? He's got the flames on his back here. That does come off pretty easily. And he's just kind of a red flamed dude. He's got a stempoed, or tempoed, is it tempoed? On 4 there. The belt looks like it's got a little darker plastic to it. You can see the ring around the waist for the belt, so that looks pretty good. As far as articulation goes, his head can go that far down. It can fly off of the figure. Alright, so let's put his head back onto the ball joint there. Alright, so again, He can look that far down. He can look really far up like that. The ball socket does come off really, really easy for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, so there's that. His arms go up that far. They twist around. He's got a twist at the upper arm. He has a double jointed elbow. His hands are on hinges. They also swivel. Let's see. He's got a twist at the waist like they normally do. Legs kick up about that far. They go that far back. They kick out about that far. There's a twist at the upper leg. Double jointed knees. And then there's a twist up here at the boot. And he has a hinge at his foot like that. And he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot that we love. With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Now he does come with some other accessories. I will put the flame effect back on his back. The one thing about the flame effect for his back, I wish that this peg was a little longer, that would stick into the back itself a little bit better. I feel like it doesn't. Once it's in there and it's fine. But I just wish it would stick in a little bit more. His hands are removable. If I could pop these off really quick. And then he's got some closed fisted hands. And what these are for the flame effects for his hands. Like this. And what you do is you take, if I can get this to focus, you take the flame effect here and you simply put it over the fist so he has the flame on hands. And we'll do this with both. So he has those, and then let's go ahead and get him, see if we can get him to stand. Now that we have him all flamed up, and yeah, there he is, looking all kinds of cool. I do gotta say, I like the flame effects. They look nice, especially from the distance. I don't know, I just wish we had one of the hands like this and one where he's shooting flames out. I think that would have been a lot cooler. Or maybe just, since this is an open hand, maybe an attachment to go onto that hand where he's actually shooting the flames out. But this looks cool too. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, again, from a distance, this thing looks really, really good. The orange head isn't as bad in person as it looks on camera, I don't think. If you hit it in the right light, it looks good. That's probably my biggest drawback to the figure. The other is the flame effect paints. I just don't care for the brushed and clear plastic mix. Again, from a distance, it actually looks pretty decent. But when you get up on it, especially on the hands and the arms and the boots, that's where I really don't care for it. They look okay on the flames that hang on the hand and around his head. But the paint around his arms and hands and the boots, I just don't particularly care for. Everything else looks great. Taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, everything looks pretty good. I mean, it's a translucent orange figure. The belt itself looks like it has some paint on the inside, or it's a darker plastic ring on the inside to give him that kind of belt look, which I really do like. I do like the Fantastic Four logo that's stenciled onto him as well. I think that looks really good. I didn't mention that in the upper torso, but that looks really nice. Again, the flame effects that we see on the arm here, I just don't know if I like that. I wish it was more translucent in color. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, the legs are fine. It comes to the boots and the flame effects. I like that sculpt work around it. I just am not a big fan of the paint apps. I just wish they were translucent yellowish or translucent orange or something. I don't know. I'm on the fence back and forth with it, whether I like it or not. It depends on the angle and whether I'm looking at it through a lens or if I'm looking at it up on a shelf. I can't get behind it one way or the other. For comparison, here we have Johnny and Sue Storm side by side together finally, and they do look good together. I will say that. I like her invisible effects on her arms, and of course Johnny's all flamed up here looking cool. So it's definitely going to be nice to have a matching set of Fantastic Four figures from Walgreens. I can't wait to see what the Thing and Mr. Fantastic looks like. I'm presuming Mr. Fantastic is going to have elongated arms, or he'll have switch-out arms. I'm going to guess that's what's going to happen. He's going to have arms where you can take off and put the longer arms on there, so I guess we'll see. And here's the Human Torch next to Herbie. So is the Walgreens exclusive Fantastic Four Human Torch a figure you want in Marvel Legends collection? I'm going to say yes if you're a Fantastic Four fan and you're collecting these figures. You gotta have the 4 of them, right? I appreciate the sculpt. I like the attempt. I just don't know if I really like this figure or not. I want to say I do. I like it more than I dislike it. It's just the weird little quirks with the coloring, and we may get a mass re-release of this or a convention set once they get all the Fantastic Four members out. I'm sure they're going to reuse the molds again, and we may get a completely translucent version of this guy, which I think would look cool. Again, I think the biggest fails with it are in the paint apps around the boots and the hands. And that head being too yellowy. It should have been the same color as the rest of the body, I think. And instead of paint on, I would have rather have had translucent flames everywhere. But everything else is nice. I like the figure for the most part. And from a distance up on the shelf, it looks really, really good. So I can't really complain about it, and looking back at images of other Fantastic Four figures, this might be the best one that we've gotten to date. So, like a lot of other people out there and fans out there, I'm on the fence with him, but for the most part, I do like him. So if you're looking to complete your Fantastic Four setup, this is definitely one to pick up. So there he is, the Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, from Marvel Legends, the Walgreens exclusive.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.